Okay, so I got a couple of builds in the works for some kids, but in the meantime, my son needs a cutlass. He's in at play at his school. They're putting on Peter Pan and he's a pirate. So we're gonna turn this board, it's a 1x4, into a cutlass. Okay, so a lot of short swords are about armpit to fingertip to be comfortable for the user, and his arm's about as long as mine. So I'm just gonna make a mark right there, and that's where I'm gonna cut it. Alright, so I'm just gonna use my protractor and kind of make the tip here. We might want it a little longer than that, and you can use a cup or a bowl to do this same thing to get the shape you want. And now I'm gonna use the reverse to make the curve of the blade. Alright, so I've got my shape refined pretty close to where I want it, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this out on the bandsaw. Alright, now I've got the basic shape cut out. I'm going to take my belt sander and I'm going to refine this edge. I've got it clamped down to my workbench here, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of an edge here. Okay, so I've got the edge pretty much cleaned up here. I'm going to do some hand sanding now to refine that just a little bit more and to smooth out any of the bumps and the imperfections in the wood here and the top of the sword. And then we'll shape the handle here. Okay. Alright, so this 80 grit sandpaper is very capable of shaping the rest of this handle and sword. You can really smooth off the edges and really refine your shape however you want. But I don't got time for that, so I'm going to use my Dremel. So cutlasses come in all shapes and sizes. We kind of took our own liberty with the handle here, and I didn't do the hand guard, but you could easily do that with a bigger piece of wood and just cut it out. I opted not to, but now it's time to paint it. First off, I'm gonna just go over it with some hammered primer, and it's just in the silver color, and then we'll add some detail later on. Alright, got the sword all taped up here, and I'm going to just paint this part black. Alright, I've got my sword taped off here. This is going to be where I paint the edge of the blade. Just a little bit different gray color. This is an acrylic paint. It's called Castle Gray. It's kind of a soft gloss, not a real high gloss. So I'm going to paint that up with just a brush, and then we're going to take the handle here and paint it gold. Alright, sword build's all done. Quick little afternoon project. Since I was making it anyway, I decided to put a video up for you guys so you could see how I do it. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe.